Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Dispelling Might, Kïllēd exposes about Biafra. Dispelling Might, Kïllēd exposes about Biafra. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. When on Thursday, September 8, 2022, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth passed on into ancestorhood. I was not particularly moved. I like England. I schooled and worked there, and those years were some of the best of my life. The English people are by far some of the most decent people on planet Earth. However, I am rather indifferent about their monarch. I did not like or dislike Queen Elizabeth. The only thing I can think of that I admire in her is her stoicism, her ability to take pain and pleasure with equanimity. She is the epitome of duty and a stiff upper lip, but I doubt that I bothered much about her and her goings on. I was just aloof. So, I was not one of those mourning, not because I had some grudge against the House of Windsor. No, it is just that the House of Genoa, the first, Olu of Warri, mattered more to me than Buckingham Palace. The above notwithstanding, I was absolutely mortified by the ideas and historically inaccurate things that were said about the Queen and her family by a Nigerian woman living in America, whose name I would not dignify by mentioning. I later found out that this woman has other issues, which made me understand her bitterness better. Though I still vehemently reject her indecorous words. She was one of the people who famously celebrated the death of TB Joshua and called him all sorts of unpretendable names when he died. So it is no big surprise that she has turned her vitriol in the direction of the late Queen. And so now, let me tackle what the death of Queen Elizabeth II reveals about Biafra. It shows us as a people, we are not aware of our history, and because we are not aware of our own history, we have distorted it, such that propaganda and pseudo history has been orally passed down from one generation to the other, feeding unfounded bitterness that is destroying those who harbor it and having no effect on those against whom they are embittered. That is why some people believe they were just sitting down, minding their business, and Hausa people came to fight them. All Northerners and Hausa and some people because they hate them. There was absolutely no provocation or igniting event that preceded the Nigerian Civil War. Hausa people just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and for some strange reason decided to pounce on the people of eastern Nigeria. But of course, that is not what happened. However, because we do not write our history, and even worse, we have refused to teach it in our schools, there are millions of people who believe this version of event. In fact, they swear by it. One fellow named Uche Naya even tweeted at me that the Igbo of Southeast Nigeria had the right to rule against the British monarch and the rest of Nigeria because you can't push people to the wall and dictate how they react. Really? But do those who hold such views not know that some other persons were first pushed to the wall? Uche's response will also justify how those who were first pushed to the wall reacted. We cannot keep holding grudges as if other people do not have their own grudges that they have let go for the peace and unity of this country called Nigeria. My great uncle, Chief Festus Okotelebo, was shot and killed in the street by Major Chris Anoforo on January 15, 1966. Ironically, I went to school with Anoforo's son. Should my people carry that grudge forever? Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was shot in the street like a common criminal by Major Emmanuel Ifeajuna. Ifeajuna tried to deny it and claimed that Alhaji Balewa died from an asthma attack until his body was taken to Lute and examined by the then Minister for Health, Dr. Moses Majekodunmi. It was established that the body was riddled with bullets in a front page story in Daily Times written by Segun Oshoba, who later became the governor of Ogun. He is still alive. This was an incorruptible gentleman. He lived a very ascetic life. Materialism was far from him. He was an author. His book, Shahiu Humar, was the first novel written in Hausa. He surrounded himself with sultanas. In insight, was that a mistake? His best friend was Matthew Umbu, should the Tafawa Balewa family and the people of Bauchi, where he was from, hold a grudge forever? To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned and do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.